Hey, welcome everybody. All right, make your way towards your seat. Get comfortable. Press your hands onto your knees or thighs. Release your day. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Seal your lips, close your mouth. Bring more depth into your breath, but through your nose only. Deepen your breath. Sit a firmer seat. Let your sitting bones root downwards. Feel your crown lift upwards. Lean back slightly to position your shoulders on top of your hips. Lift your shoulder blades up and down your back, soften into your seat. And become very still to let the dust of your day settle. The word synchronicity, it means a meaningful coincidence. Yoga believes, though, that there is no such things as coincidences or accidents. Everything is meant to be. Can you be open to the idea that the universe is very much alive? It is an extension of who you are. Having said that, enter the temple of your heart to connect to your soul. Connect to the real you. Heart wide open, let source energy move through you as you. Connect to all that is. And as you do so, can you recall a time when you experience a synchronistic moment, a meaningful coincidence? Perhaps you got the exact message at the exact right time. Or perhaps you met the exact person at the right time. Or perhaps just at the right place at the right time. But something felt like it was right on, meant to be. And if so, how did it make you feel? Did you feel alive? Did you feel like you were connected to something much bigger than you are? As you connect to your spirit, to your soul, what are your deepest desires on a soul level? Your deepest intentions. Center yourself towards that, to what your soul wants. And as you allow source energy to move through you, you can begin to co-create this seed into life. And can you be open to the idea that the universe will put places, people, and events in front of you, synchronistic moments, in other words, until you manifest your heart's deepest intentions? And more importantly, can you be receptive to stay present, to receive these signals, this communication from the cosmic sky? And trust the unfolding to happen. Even be excited about expecting the unexpected. This is a true definition of the word yoga, this unity between you, your soul, and all that is, creating life together. Trust me, I know what I'm doing, says the universe. Fold your hands to heart center, lift your chest into your thumbs. Let's open the space with one Om, clearing breath first. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to Om. Bow head into your heart. Replace your hands back onto your knees or thighs. Slowly open your eyes. So good to be back. Make your way towards tabletop position. Roll over ankles and knees. Place your wrists, place your knees directly below your shoulders and below your hips. Slowly begin to rotate your hands outwardly one at a time until your fingers will point eventually towards the long edges of your mat and eventually towards your knees. And shift your weight into your left hand, rotate sideways, externally rotate, and then your right, and so on. Allow your fingers, your wrists, and your forearms to open up. And once your fingers do point towards your knees, come back towards center, but nice and slow. And one at a time, bring your arms into an internal rotation, the opposite movement. And do that one more time for good measure. As you do, keep stretching your breath though. Stay onto your breath no matter what. But this time, once you arrive with your fingers pointing to the back of your mat, pause here. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, shift your weight back. Bring your hips more or less over your heels. When you feel a stretch, you can pause. Then shift your weight back forward. At your own pace, let your breath dictate the movement. Shift your weight back again. You can lift the heels of your hands up for a deeper stretch, but without feeling any pain into your body. Keep smoothing out your breath. Or think of marrying your breath with the movement. The next time you restack your shoulders back on top of your wrists, flip your hands. Now, it can be sensitive. Have your thumbs point forward. Your palms will face you. Fingers point towards each other. Keep your wrists below your shoulders. And very gently, press the earth away. Take a breath in. Breathe out, bend your elbows. Spin them to the front of your mat. Elbows bend about a 90-degree angle if you can. Arms back towards straight. Breathe in. At your own pace, there's no rush. Let your breath guide you in and out of the movement. And that one more time again for good measure to make sure that your wrists are getting warmed up and lubricated before you get playful. Once you do complete your last and fourth cycle, or this last cycle, again, it can be sensitive, so very mindfully place your palms back onto your mat into a regular tabletop position and slowly begin to press the earth away. Once you have just enough tension into your wrist, pause. Press your finger pads into your mat a little bit more. So your fingers are quite active here. Squeeze your arms a bit more towards each other and rotate the eyes of your elbows forward. Arms externally rotate to bring more engagement, more power into your arms. Maintain these actions. Press your palms down. Lift the back of your heart up to the sky into an active cat pose position. Look in between your thumbs and think of lifting the back of your heart up to the ceiling, and you should feel your shoulder blades widen right across your back. The back is quite proud and powerful as well now. And draw your low belly in and up. So your belly, upper back, your arms and fingers are bright. Active cat pose position. Tuck your toes under, step back to plank pose, and hold here. The actions remain the same thing. If it's a little too much weight to bear into your wrists and arms and shoulders right now, at any time you can place your knees back to the earth into your active cat pose position, or stay as you are in your plank pose. Now use your toes or your knees. Shift your weight forward and hold here. Shoulders beyond fingertips. Keep lifting the back of your heart to the sky. Start to draw some circles with your shoulders over your wrists. Rotate towards your right, to the end of your mat, to your left, back, forward. If you feel like it's too much, place your knees to the earth. Allow this movement to further open up into your wrists, but at the same time, build some core strength. Bring some arm strength and shoulder strength. The next time you do it back to the front, circle the other way. Last cycle. Then place your knees onto your mat if not already so. Knees wide, child's pose. Place your chest in between your knees, forehead to mat, arms in front. If you feel like you are more at ease with your knees hugged in, arms back behind you, you are more than welcome to do so. If you're new to my class, make a mental note. You can take this pose anytime you want to, and you can also sit down anytime you want to in a Japanese style cross-legged and come back into movement when you feel at ease. The idea is that to never overdo or overexert and always pay attention to your practice, to your body. Take one more breath. Good. Make your way towards downward facing dog. Tuck your toes under. As you press your hands and your feet into your mat, allow your hips to levitate up skywards. Take a little bit of movement into your dog pose. Get fully inside your physical body. It's a nice way to bring some blood flow into your head. You can walk your dog to stretch the back of your legs. Take any other movement to lubricate your joints and stretch your muscles out. If you're doing one side asymmetrically, take a few more breaths to bring balance into your body. Make your way towards a still downward facing dog. Point your tailbone down towards your mat. Glide back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Okay, just for good measure, the first one. Inhale, place your knees on your mat. Hug your elbows tight. As you exhale, lower your chest and your chin to the earth below you. And slide all the way onto your belly. And once you're on your belly, stay as you are. Untuck your toes, charge your legs. Place your hands by your side on your fingertips and place your wrists directly below your elbows. Spider tip cobra pose. Your core is active. Press your finger pads down. Lift your chest up. Inhale. Exhale, belly, front ribs back onto your mat. Okay, same kind of idea. Inhale, lift up, but this time look over your right shoulder. Look towards the end of your mat on the right side. Exhale, back towards the earth. One more time, lift up, but rotate towards your left. Gaze past your left shoulder. Come back down. Good. Make your way towards child's pose. Press your hands, bend your knees, heels towards your butt, then to downward facing dog. And just transition easefully. Downward facing dog. Point your tailbone down to the earth, glide back to plank pose, hold here. Now, option, you can place your knees, chest, chin to earth, take any back bend of your choice, or use your toes, shift your weight forward like before, lower halfway down to a low push-up. Uncurl your toes, up dog, hips up, arch your back. And roll over your toes, downward facing dog. And so you can take this spicier variation of Vinyasa if you prefer. Look towards your hands. You can walk or step your feet forward to the front of your mat. Now, if you feel a bit stiff this afternoon, this evening, place your feet about as wide as your hips. This is more spacious, or big toes can touch small gap in between your heels. As you forward fold, do keep your low belly in and up slightly to support your low back. Soften fully into your neck. Head is heavy. You can grab opposite elbows with your hands and sway your torso left to right sideways if you'd like to. You can shake your head left to right or forward and back. Now the idea is relax your neck, relax your shoulders, allow your head and your arms to be really heavy. If you have a hold of your elbows, let them go. Interlace your hands behind your back. And slowly bring both of your arms up overhead towards me. Now stay receptive. The idea is to be receptive. You have to feel. Once you feel tension to the back line of your body, pause and focus on deepening your breath to alleviate what you feel. We're never being forceful. Trusting the process of the unfolding, whether it's on your mat or off of your mat. Release your clasp. Place your hands on your mat to the earth below your shoulders. You can also place your hands onto your shin bones or on your knees to modify. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Halfway lift. Put your crown forward towards me. Exhale, forward fold in 2. Place your hands onto both of your hips and slowly rise up to stand. Release your arms by your side, mountain pose. Slowly close your eyes. Press both feet down. Stand a bit taller. Lift your shoulder blades up and down your back. Stay aware of your breath. And feel this easefulness of this field you're plugged into as you connect to your breath, connect to your heart space, even connect to source energy around you and through you. And always make a mental note to move from this space. Take one more breath. Slowly open your eyes. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Think of stretching your arms and your breath. Look up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your waist, low belly in. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back, set your right knee down to the earth into a low lunge position. Inhale, rise up slowly, upper arms in line with the ears, low lunge. Exhale, put your palms back to the earth below your shoulders. Charge your back leg to straight. Step your left foot back to plank pose. You can modify or intensify as your call or halfway down to your low plank of your choice. Uncurl your toes, sweep your heart up and back. Roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Keep pressing your palms down from your inner right thigh, right butt cheek. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee to your nose or forehead, hold. On your back toes, butt is up, look in between your hands. Step your front foot as close as you can to your thumb. Walk it forward if you need to do so. Heel below your knee. So your left knee down to the earth. Rise up slowly, low lunge. Fingers right reaching upwards. So your hands back to the earth. Stay onto your fingertips. Charge your back leg fully to straight. Very softly, step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, push your feet down, arms sweep back up, gaze back up as you stretch. Bring your hands back to heart center. Always slowly, arms reach up, stretch your breath, the blueprint of this practice. Forward fold fluidly, feel your breath carry you down. Lengthen halfway. Step your left foot back. Reset your left knee back to the earth. Arms reach up, inhale. Good. Hands back towards mat, exhale. But stay onto your fingertips here, your palms. Allow your right knee to fall over towards your right. Point your right foot to the top right corner of your mat. And you want to flex your foot. Come to the full knife edge of your right foot. And flex your foot. If you want to, you can charge your back leg to straight, but think hips up as you draw your right hip back. If it's too intense, left knee down. You can walk your hands a bit more forward to the front of your mat for a bit more intensity, but keep a belly in to support your core here. Doesn't matter how far you go, you can modify or intensify. Flex your right foot though. Right foot is flexed fully as you allow your right knee to gently fall over towards your right into this funky pigeon pose. If your hands are reaching forward, replace your hands back below your shoulders. Repoint your right foot back to the front. Charge your back leg to straight Mauriceau, then step it back to plank pose. Lower halfway down, low plank position. Uncurl your toes, back bend, heart up. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. And from your left inner thigh, sweep your left leg up. Retract, you need to nose or forehead, hold the position, a lot of push on your back toes, look in between your hands, place your front foot forward to your thumb. So your back knee down, rise up, low lunge, inhale. Hands back to earth, exhale. Okay. This time, point left foot to the top left corner. You're going to place a whole out edge of your left foot to your mat. It's important that you flex your left foot away from you. Hips up, left hip draws back. You can keep your back knee grounded or charge your back leg to straight for a bit more intensity. You can stay here. Begin to walk your hands a bit more forward as you stay onto your fingertips. This long line of energy from back heel to the crown of your head. It doesn't matter how deep you go though. How is your breath? And you should feel the gentle opening into your left hip, inner left thigh region. Replace your hands below your shoulder, already so. Repoint left foot back forward to the front. Electrify your back leg to straight. Quietly step your right foot forward to the front. Halfway lift. Hinge, forward fold. Rise up, push your feet down, arms sweep up, gaze up. And bring your hands back to heart center. Arms sweep up, inhale. Stretch your breath, stretch the movement. Forward fold, feel your breath and feel the movement. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back, high on your back toes, back leg fully charged. Rise up slowly. Press into your front foot to control the ascension, crescent warrior. Right away, dive down. Push your palms into your mat. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Open up your dog. Stack your hip. Bend your left knee. Reach your foot sideways towards your right. Do press your right shoulder a little bit more forward. You avoid collapsing into your right shoulder. Squeeze your arms in towards each other. And press the earth evenly with your hands and right heel. A bit more lift with your left knee. And a bit more reach sideways with your left foot. Take a breath in. Exhale back to your three-legged dog. Hip square, left leg is straight. Glide towards a three-legged plank pose. If it's too much, place your foot or knees to earth to modify, lower down, or lower halfway as you are to intensify. Left foot down, up dog, possibly right leg up into chin stand for some of you. And gradually back towards downward facing dog. Sweep your right leg up. Bring your right knee to your nose or forehead. Hold the position. If it's too intense, take a left knee down to help you out. Swing your right knee to your right upper arm as high as you can. Keep your foot in the air. Then bring your knee back to your nose or forehead. A bit more push. Softly step your front foot forward to your right thumb. High lunge with your feet. Now rise up slowly. Control the ascension as you press your right foot down. Arrive into your space for a second. Reach for your left wrist with your right hand. Stretch up and over towards your right to re-lengthen the left side of your body. Once you feel that gentle stretch, pause. Stay receptive. Notice if your mind is trying to push you somewhere. Avoid doing that. It's a feeling practice. It's a feeling universe. Come back towards center. Breathe in. Turn your hands to the earth. Breathe out. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Rise up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Okay, one more time. Arms reach up. It's this moving meditation. Forward fold, lose yourself to your breath. Lengthen halfway. How softly can you step your left foot back? Be very precise with every movement. How gracefully can you rise up as you control the ascension? Your full intake of breath takes you up. Equally smooth exhale. Put your hands back to the earth. Sweep your right leg up. Open your dog. Stack your right hip this time. Bend your knee, reach your foot sideways. Wrap your triceps a bit more downwards, you guys, and feel your weight distribution. It should be even with your hands in your left heel. Can you reach your foot a bit more sideways to start to stretch the right side of your body? Back towards your three-legged dog. To your three-legged plank. It's okay to modify or intensify. Elbows stay stacked over wrists. Lower halfway down, low push-up. Up dog or chin stand. Good. Downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up. Bring your knee to your nose or forehead. Hold. If it's too intense, just set your back knee down. Sweep your left knee to your upper left arm as high as you can. Keep pushing. Knee back, nose or forehead. Step your front foot forward to your thumb. High lunge with your feet. Rise up slowly. Control the ascension. Arrive, settle into your space. Reach for your right wrist, up and over to your left. Again, stay receptive. You have to feel. Doesn't matter how deep you go. Feel your breath. It is sweet. Feel the softness of your body. Work harmoniously. Come back towards center. So your hands back to the earth. Step your right foot forward to the front, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, take a breath in. Bring your hands to heart center. Breathe out. Slowly close your eyes. Connect your chest into your thumbs. Soften back into your breath right away. Redraw your attention back into your heart space, and already so. Keep allowing Source to move through you as you. It's from this space, revisit again your soul's deepest desires, deepest intentions. And as you zone in on that, can you be open-minded to the idea the universe is very much alive? It will line up people, places, events in front of you until you manifest this intentions or desires. One more breath. Open your eyes slowly. Namaskar A. Arms reach up, inhale. It's a moving prayer. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway to your hands. Step or float back. Lower halfway down, plank pose. Uncurl your toes. Up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Roll over your toes. Down dog, Adho Mukha. You will pause for 5 breaths. If you feel like your arms are a little fatigued, take a child's pose or sit down. And take a moment to truly feel. Take what you always need. And as you do, commit to your breath. You can stay as you are, or build a bit of strength by walking both of your feet slightly forward until you bring your shoulder on top of your wrists. Short dog position. But like in your active cat pose or plank pose, push the earth, look in between your thumbs. If you want to keep your heart rate elevated, bend both knees, tap both heels into your butt, tuck pike position, land softly, or hold the tuck pike. You can stay upside down. If you're inverted, shoulders beyond fingertips, feet towards your wrists. If not, dog pose, look forward. Walk, step, or hop lightly to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Hinge forward, fold. Rise up, breathe in. And bring your hands to heart center, breathe out. Place your hands onto your hips and take a wide stance with your feet. Heels below hip points. Feet parallel towards each other. Press all 4 corners of your left foot down and engage your left leg. Lift your right knee up and keep it bent for a moment. The right knee is bent. Once you feel steady, place your hand onto your knee or reach for your foot, toe lock or the side of your foot. Now we slowly, mindfully extend your right leg to straight edge until you feel a bit of a stretch into your hamstring and pause here. Open up your leg sideways, your knee or your foot sideways. Once you feel tension into your inner thigh, pause as well. Doesn't matter how far you take it. Your left arm can extend by your side. You can test your balance by looking sideways, as long as you're moving slowly and staying firm and balanced. Easefulness must prevail. Good. Come back towards center. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Release the hold of your leg, but stack your ankle on top of your left knee. Bend your left knee into a half chair pose. Half far log position. Now flex your right foot like you did in your funky pigeon pose. If you do not feel much here, sit a bit lower and stick your butt back a bit more towards the end of your mat. And feel your right hip. We're going to hold. So find a space we can hold easefully. If you don't feel much here either, take Sarah's lead, hands to heart center, or arms may reach forward towards me, upper arms in line with your ears, and think of melting your heart a bit more towards your right shin bone, butt back as you flex your right foot. The idea is open up into your right hip gently. Take a breath in. Exhale, place your hands back on your hip already so. Slowly rise up to stand. Release your ankle from your knee and place your right foot to the earth. Feet as wide as your hips. Hinge at your waist. Bend your knees. Forward fold. Lift your right toes up and place your right palm underneath your right foot. Bend your knees to place your toes towards your wrist crease. Do the same thing with your left side. Ideally, you want to step fully on the top of your hands, toes to wrist creases. And once you have that, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, elbows wide. Forward fold a bit more to get a bit of a deeper stretch into the back of your legs without overdoing though. So it's a bit of a deeper forward fold than the first one we did. There's a bit more muscle energy, but let it also cool you down. Release your hands from below your feet. Re-heel toe your big toes so they touch. Small small gap in between your heels. Sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana, upper arms in line with your ears. Bring your hands to heart center, take a breath in. Exhale, rotate towards your right. Cross your upper arm past your right thigh. Have a little peek at your left knee. If it's rolling forward, just draw your left hip back a bit more. Okay, I like to get deeper by separating your hands. Separate your hands and get your armpit closer if you can towards your right thigh. From this newfound depth, you can spread both arms. Right arm goes up, left arm goes down. Point your right thumb down, bend your elbow, and wrap your arm behind your back into a half bind. Right, a bit more this way. Good. A bit more length to the crown of your head. Take a breath in. Now, option, twist a bit more sideways, but stay soft, stay easeful, stay receptive. Nothing changes. Hands back to heart center. Take a breath in. Keep your upper arm past your right thigh. Squat low for side crow pose. Place your hands to face the right long edge side of your mat as wide as your shoulders. Fingers point to the right side wall. Bend both elbows at a 90-degree angle like you would in your low push-up. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands wide of your shoulders. So hands a bit wider. Lean into your fingertips. Eventually your feet may start to fly, which is not important. Any variation you're playing with. Now, those of you in flight mode, place your feet back to the earth. Chair pose twist towards your right, the same previous pose you were in. Hands to heart center towards me. Take a breath in. Exhale, untwist, look forward. Upper arms in line with the ears. Inhale, regular chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. If you feel warm enough, lengthen halfway, plant your palms, just walk back to dog pose, or you can step or flow through Vinyasa. Any Vinyasa of your choice, perhaps a tuck pike position from this position into a handstand, whatever lights you up. You can revisit familiar poses we explored or not. Good. If you feel like you have too much heat inside your body, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Release a little something. And if you feel like your dog pose is not giving you rest, do take a child's pose for a brief moment. Slow down your breath. Long deep inhales. Long deep exhales. 2 more breaths. Remember, child's pose, you always stay here longer if you need to do so. If you feel good to go, we're back in dog pose. Make your way towards your seat. The easy way is knees down, sit on the A hip, legs forward, or powerful arms and core, look forward, float through your seat or halfway through. Eventually, make your way onto your back. Feet up towards the sky. Big toes touch. Flex your feet, elongate your legs. Try to kiss your big toe mounts towards the ceiling. Low belly in, core active. Inhale, lift your chest up and try to reach for your toes or your shin bones or your knees with your hands. Exhale, shoulder heads back to the earth, or the back of your shoulders on your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. Now keep a little belly in, low back on your mat the whole time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, lower 3. And a couple more times. Lift your chest, hands high. Lower down. One more time. Lift, hold. As you hold, reach your hands towards me. Both hands on outside of your legs. Beautiful place to be. If it's too much, at any time, grab the back of your legs. You can also place your shoulders back on your mat at any time. If you want a little bit more, lower your legs at a 45-degree angle. Keep flexing your feet. Keep a little back onto your mat. Hollow your front body. If you still want more and you're certain that your low back is connected to the earth, you can lower your legs as far down as you want to, but hover an inch or two. If it's too much, legs higher. Final cue, option, upper arms in line with the ears. Now, wherever you are, you're hollowing your front body. Navel in and breathing deep fully. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, grab your hamstrings, rock and roll a few times up and down your back. After you're through rock and roll, either roll over your ankles and knees, step back to dog pose, or step back to plank pose, cycle through, or pick up and float through your optional vinyasa. Step your left foot in the middle of your mat. Keep a deep bend into your left knee to keep your palms to the earth. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrists. Look in between your thumbs. Sweep your right leg up to the sky. You're going to switch your stance. The easy way is right foot down, left leg up. Switch to grunt method or hop with your standing, land with your floating. A couple more times or stay upside down if you prefer. Good. Right about now, step your right foot forward, left leg back, high lunge with your feet. Rise up slowly, inhale. Control the ascension to crescent warrior. Exhale, dive right back down. Plant your left palm on your mat, an inch above your shoulder. Place a whole knife edge of your left foot down. Sweep your right arm up as you press right foot to the earth. Stage 1 side plank pose. And it's important that you spin left bicep forward to stay integrated. If you want more, you can stack your foot on top of your left. Hover. If you feel warm enough, take Kanan's lead. Take a hold of your foot and extend. Don't have to. Take it as far as you want to without overdoing. Inhale. Now think wild thing. Exhale. How softly can you step your right foot behind your left leg? If it's too demanding, come back to a stage 1 side plank pose. Your wild thing, push both feet down. Wherever you are, spin left bicep forward. Lift your heart a little higher. Inhale, wild thing. Good. Exhale back to your 3-legged dog. You can cycle through a vinyasa if you want to, or simply place your foot right back onto your mat and bypass the extra movement. If you need a bit of a break, child's pose is here for you. Remember, dog pose is a resting pose. If you're not finding rest, take a different pose. You can also sit down. Slow down your breath. Now I have to feel you guys. If it feels like, yes, this is good, I need to rest right now, then pay attention to this because you're receptive. There's a dialogue between you and your body. But if you feel like you're good to go, you can make your way towards forearm plank. Knees down, elbows down, forearms to the earth. Forearms parallel towards each other. Right leg back, left foot back. If it's too much, child's pose. Option dolphin plank. Walk your feet a bit closer towards elbows, butt up. Wherever you are, look in between your forearms and breathe. Option pincha mayurasana, a few playful hops. Landing softly or holding steadily. Good. Awesome. Yes. One more breath. One more breath. Good. Yes. Child's pose, balasana, if not already so. A lot of surrender. You activate every muscles into your body. Let earth hold you for a moment. Slow down your breath to recalibrate properly. Retune yourself back again to this field of your heart, soul, universe connection. And move from this space without ever overdoing. If you need to rest a little bit more, stay as you are. If you're good to go, we're back into downward facing dog. Look forward, come onto your toes, bend your knees, walk, step, hop, or float. Halfway lift once you arrive. Hinge forward, fold. Rise up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Feet wide. Anchor your right foot, engage right leg this time. Lift your left knee up. Arrive for a second. Steady yourself. Once you're stable, place your hand wherever you want. Onto your knee, reach for your foot. If you have a hold of your foot, slowly bring your leg into extension. But once you feel off center, pause. Once you feel tension, pause. Retract your arm bone back in the socket if you have a hold of your foot. Slowly open up, nice and slow. Once you feel tension, pause. Doesn't matter how far you go. Take it to your healthy edge. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Good liat. Breathe in. Feel the transition. Breathe out back to center. Right hand onto hip. Release the hold of your leg. Bend your right knee. Cross your ankle on top of your knee. Half fire log position. Ekapada Agni Stambhasana. Now, remember, we hold here. So find a space of stability first. Your right foot is still grounded. Flex your foot. Option sit lower, butt back. If you still want more, test your balance, hands to heart center. Opposite arms reach forward and melt your heart a bit more. Allow your hip to open up easefully as you test deeper layers of pose. Hands back onto your hips. Rise up to stand on stack. Place your foot back down, big toes touch. Let's keep moving right away. Utkatasana, upper arms in line with the ears. Inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale, rotate towards your left. Okay, watch your right knee. Get a bit deeper. Elbow, tricep, armpit a bit deeper past left thigh. Then spread your wings. Stretch. Wrap your left thumb down as you bend your elbow. Now keep drawing your right hip back, most of you guys. 2 knees stay put. A bit more length to the crown of your head. Take a breath in. If you take it further, stay soft. Soften your breath. Stay into your twist. Bring your hands back to heart center. Squat low. We don't have to fly, but give your legs a break. Place your palms on your mat to face the left long edge side of your mat. Hands wide of your shoulders. Bend your elbows like you would in your low push-up. Elbows over wrists. Squeeze your elbows in, press your finger pads down. Eventually, you'll find a support system to perhaps allow your feet to get light. Any variation, watch your neighbor towards your right. Arm balancers, feet back to the earth. Chair pose twist to your left. Hands to heart center. Untwist, look forward. Upper arms on with your ears. Forward fold. Meet back in dog pose. So get playful, bypass the vinyasa. It's whatever feels best in this very specific moment. And it comes down to feeling again what feels best right now. You're your number one teacher. Arm balancing and holding a chair pose. We'll build some heat. Inhale through your nose. Let that go. Release frantic or tense energy. This is the work. Take the rest you need. A few more breaths. Definitely okay to stay as you are, or let's get back in the movement. Step your right foot forward a little bit, not too far forward. Palms stay good. Look in between your thumbs though. Look where you're going. Left leg up to the sky. Either left foot down, right leg up without bending your elbows. Switch your stance or ground method, or hop with your right, land with your left, or do like Ellie's doing and just don't come back down. Step your left foot forward, right leg back, high lunge with your feet. Slow down everything. Rise up slowly. Switch your legs. Left leg forward, right leg back. Switch your legs. Hands back to the earth. Plant your right hand down. Spin to the outside edge of your right foot. Right heel lowers down. Left arm up. Root the inner edge of your right hand. Rotate right bicep forward. Take any variation. Hips up though. Doesn't matter if your left foot stays grounded. Stack, hover, reach, extend. Doesn't matter. Now feel every single transition. How slowly can you step your left foot back behind you? How softly can you set your foot down? Yeah. Then begin to open up into your chest. Wild thing. Back bend. Arch your back or stage one side plank pose if it's too demanding. Modify. Bit more lift. Inhale. Exhale, 3-legged dog. If it feels too much, dog pose right away or child's pose or cycle through. But it's a full breath per movement as you keep slowing down your breath, which will guide you back to downward facing dog or your resting pose, child's pose, or sit or kneel. Child's pose, a lot of surrender. You can stay or back to form plank number 2. Towards dolphin plank, towards Pincha Mayurasana. Wherever you are, press your wrists, forearms down, elbows down. Look in between your forearms. Push. Stay on to your breath. Yeah, there we go. Good, yes. One more breath. Nice, good. One more hop if you're doing so. Good. Good. Child's pose, Balasana. Inhale. Exhale. Few breath and full surrender. We'll keep breathing at the front of your mat. Downward facing dog. Take your preferred method of travel. Look forward, walk, step, or hop lightly to the front of your mat. Lengthen your crown in front of you. Hinge at your waist, forward fold. Rise up, stretch, fill both lungs with breath. Now practice being as still as possible, whether you place your hands at heart or your arms by your side. Slowly close your eyes. Unless you feel dizzy, you can have your eyes open, but try to be still. Push your feet down, stand tall like your first Tadasana. Soften your shoulders. Is your mind holding on to what happened? Let that go. Come back to the present moment where it's tranquil and easeful. Feel your soul. Feel Source move through you as you. This is a real practice. As you connect to your soul, when you are aligned with your heart's deepest intentions, deepest desires, synchronistic moments will unfold in your life. The universe will respond back to you, but you have to stay receptive to the signs. So it's like you're practicing being receptive on your mat. Take one more breath. Open your eyes slowly if they are closed. Arms reach up, inhale. Option to rinse this out with a vinyasa at your choice. Forward fold at your own pace. We don't have to vinyasa. It's okay to walk back to dog pose or any, again, playful vinyasa that lights you up. Step your left foot in the middle of your mat. Bring your shoulders on top of your wrist. Sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Switch your stance 3 times. Arms stay strong. Rub your triceps back. Don't have to fly. Step your right foot forward. Left foot back. High lunge with your feet. Rise up with intention, with presence. Arrive into your space for a second. Right hip back a little bit more as you ignite your back leg to straight. Your hips and shoulders fully square. Draw your low belly in and up. You want to engage your core. This will help the transition. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Now think warrior 3. As you exhale, shift your weight forward. Use left toes to do so. Step into your right foot. Extend your right leg towards straight as you bring your torso and your left leg more or less parallel to the earth. You can place your hands on your mat if you need a bit more stability, or stay as you are as you keep pressing all 4 corners of the right foot down. If you want a bit more heat, you don't have to. Your arms can reach forward and frame your upper arms in line with the ears. Okay, wherever you are, place your hands on your hips and already so. Bend your right knee, slowly stand up. Stack your left ankle on top of your right knee, back into your half fire log position. Sit low, flex left foot, butt back. Now we're going to hold here, you guys. So find that space we can hold. We're going to hold. So find that space we can breathe easily. Take it to your edge. Hands are hard, arms reach forward, and melt your heart down. Now if you still are okay, you can bend your right knee so deeply you can place your palms on your mat like you would in your plank pose. Palms glued. If you want to take it further, hook your left foot towards your upper right arm, dig your left knee into your upper left tricep, then bend your elbows slightly, elbows over wrist, and begin to find lift off. Flex your knee, right foot hovers, extend your leg. Good. Now, Galavasana hold. If you're not in a flying pigeon pose, ease out, Vinyasa or dog pose. Galavasa can be vinyasa from here, or place your foot down and cycle through. Whew. Inhale through your nose. Let that go. Let that go completely. Slow down your breath. The deeper your breath is, the more your mind can catch up in this stillness, and you can become receptive when your mind is clear. Now, what is your body asking you to do? Take what you need. This moment is so important. We're neutralizing before we carry on. 2 more breaths. Down dog if you're good to go. It's going to be the exact same thing. Step your left foot into the middle of your mat. Stack your shoulders. Sweep your right leg up. Look in between your thumbs. Maximum push. We don't have to hop, but switch your stance a few times without bending your elbows. Step your right foot forward. Left foot back. Same as before. Same leg. And rise up. Slowly control the ascension. Okay, take a moment again to make sure your hips are truly squared. You may have to take a wider stance. Bring more ignition to your back leg. Right hip draws back a little bit more. The blueprint remains. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Rotate towards your right as you breathe out. Upper arm past your right thigh. If you feel unstable, place your left knee down. Totally fine. You can separate your hands like you did in your chair pose to bring your armpit closer down your right thigh. And then spread your wings. Wrap your arm back behind you, half bind. If you take it further, you're never forcing. You can take it a full bind. Slow and easy, easeful. A bit more length to the crown of your head. Up a little bit more twisting, very easeful into your breath. Bring your hands back to heart center, inhale. Untwist, exhale, hands to the earth, hands stay low. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Hang here for a second. Place your feet about as wide as your hips. Heels below hip points. Release your neck, head is heavy. Soften back into your breath. Allow this forward fold to cool you down. Bend your knees if you need to do so. Take a hold of your left big toe with your left piece finger to the side of your foot with your hand to right hip. Small little bend into your right knee. Core active. Rise up with your left foot into your hand. If it's too intense, release your foot. I'm doing the easy way. Stand up. Place your hand onto your knee. You can stay here. Reach back for your foot. Extend. Open up. Okay, second time around, a little bit more stability. Doesn't matter how deep you go. Perhaps a bit more depth, but think of staying soft so you can expand from the inside out. Take it to your healthy edge. Good, nice agar. Take a breath in. Exhale back towards center. Stack your ankle on top of your right knee. Eka para agni stambhasana. Bend your right knee, butt back. Now remember, we're gonna hold here, so you can definitely stay here, hands to heart. But this time around, if you take it further, hands to heart, take a breath in. Option, exhale, twist back towards your right. Place your elbow towards your foot. You can spread your wings, but hold the position. Some of you bend your knee, plant your palms to your mat, making your way to dragonfly. Press your foot into your upper left arm. Lean forward, right leg will float. Maxi Kanagasana. Good towel. Arm balancers, foot back to earth. If you're in your twist, untwist, hands to hips, rise up, unstack your foot from your leg, mountain pose, Tadasana. Be still. Inhale through your nose. Let that go out of your mouth. I got some looks from my new friends. They're like, what is this? Just came back from the desert, Arava and Sinai, and people are saying, what's going on? Your class was too easy. So we're back in Tel Aviv now, playing the old-fashioned way. Soften back into your breath. Deepen your breath. It doesn't matter where you took it into your physical practice. Let that go. What's more important? Come back into your heart. Remain aligned with your heart's deepest desires. Feel Source move through you as you. This is a real definition of the word yoga. And can you be open-minded that Source will put people, places, and events in front of you if you stay clear on your intention and receptive to these signs? Never forcing the outcome, trusting the outcome like you would on your mat in every poses. This is the work. One more breath. Open your eyes if they are closed. Arms reach up. You must do Vinyasa at your own pace. It's okay to walk back to dog pose. This is probably what I would be doing in my body right now. Just saying. Nice dog on. Step your right foot slightly forward, shoulders over your wrist, sweep your left leg up to the sky, switch your stance. What's important, your palms are glued, you're pushing, look in between your thumbs, don't have to hop. Step your left foot forward, right leg back, high lunge with your feet. Now slow down everything. Rise up with awareness. Your mind will want to push when things get frantic. Control your mind. Arrive into your space for a second. And feet a bit wider if you can. Left hip draws back. So set this proper foundation. Back leg fully charged. Core active, navel in. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale. How gracefully can you exhale, make your way to warrior 3? Use your back toes to shift your weight forward. Press left foot down, extend left leg to straight. Now if you need stability, place your hands on your mat. Stay as you are, arms reach in front. Right leg a little higher. Yes, hold this and press your right heel back a bit more. Place your hands onto your hips, bend your left knee, rise up to stand. Stack your ankle on top of your left knee, sit into your half chair pose. Okay, butt back. Remember, we hold here. It's okay to stay. Hands to heart if you want. Arms reach forward, melt your heart. Galavasana is an option. Plant your palms on your mat. Hook your foot towards your upper left arm this time. You have to keep your elbows over wrist. Lift the back of your heart like when you side crow pose or crow pose. Press your finger pads. Allow your foot to levitate. Perhaps extend. Use your glute to extend. If you're holding the arm balance, hold. If not, unwind. Come back into your vinyasa. Arm balancers. Float from here if you can. Or step it back. We have one more little thread to do. Before we go, make sure that you're taking the proper rest you need. Deepen your breath as much as you can. Few more deep breaths. Reset the software and the hardware, your mind and your body. In your receptive state, if it feels best to stay here, it's okay. Or back in dog pose if you're good to go. Step your right foot slightly forward, stack your shoulders, sweep your left leg up, switch your stance 3 times. Softly and lightly. Re-step your left foot forward, right leg back. Feet as wide as hips right away. Slow down the ascension, rise up with control. Regulate and control your mind, it works for you. Now, same as before, hips a bit more square. You have to draw left to back a bit more. Fold your hands to heart center. Rotate slowly towards your left. For more stability, modify, place your back knee down. And get deeper, armpit towards your upper right thigh if you can by separating your hands. Keep charging your back leg to straight. Spread your wings. Wrap your left arm behind your back. If your back leg is still charged, press your heel back, lengthen through your crown, and often twist your bottom right ribs a bit more sideways. Hands back to heart. Untwist, place your hands on your mat, stay as you are. Softly step your right foot forward, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Stay as you are again for a second, just for good measure. Little valley in between peaks. Ensure your feet are as wide as your hips. Set your left hand onto your left hip. Take a hold of your right foot. Low belly in. Rise up slowly. How slowly you can rise up. And if it's not happening, it's okay. Release your foot. Stand up. This is fine. Put your hand onto your knee or re-grab a hold of your foot and extend at your own pace. Slowly. Stay receptive. Once you feel tension, pause. Focus on stabilizing. Focus on softening. Focus on your breath. To your healthy edge. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Remember, you have to feel. Feel your practice. Back to center slowly. Bend your left knee, stack your right ankle on top of your left knee. Right away, sit a little butt back. Now, we're gonna hold, right? So it's okay to stay here. Or hands to heart center. Now, the second one round is if you take it further, twist towards me, twist towards your left. Place your right elbow towards your foot. You can step your hands and place your upper arm towards the sole of your foot. Twist a bit more, spread your wings, or bend your left knee, plant your palms to face the left long edge side of your mat like we're in side crow pose. Same idea, lean forward, allow your foot to levitate, bring your left leg straight. Good, Hagar, awesome. Yes. Arm balancers, foot back to mat if you're into your twist. Untwist, hands to hips, rise up slowly. Unstack your ankle from your knee, foot to mat. Be still right away. Clear this out. Inhale through your nose. Let that go out of your mouth. Bring more depth into your breath. Soften your shoulder blades down your back. Can you recall the last time you experienced a synchronistic moment? How did it make you feel? Did you feel alive? Did you feel like things were aligned? That there was purpose and meaning? Ancient shamanic cultures believe that when you experience these synchronistic moments, you're on the right path towards your destiny. The truth is the universe is always speaking with you through signs and coincidences, but often we're so stuck in our heads, in our busy minds and our busy lives. Heart open. What are your deepest intentions? How can this practice help you off the mat? One more breath. Open your eyes slowly if they're closed. Arms sweep up. Last full vinyasa at your own pace. Always optional. You're creating art. Even here, if you just walk back to dog pose, it's a very graceful step back or floaty float through, whatever lights you up. But create art as you move. Sweep your right leg up to the sky for pigeon prep pose. Bring your right knee a little bit wider than your right wrist. Either place your right heel to your outer left hip, or you can position your shin bone more or less parallel towards the front of your mat. Have a little peek past your left shoulder. Everything is lined up. Flex or point your right foot and draw your right hip back continuously. And from this position, hinge at your waist, forward fold. Once you start to feel your right hip speak to you, pause. If you feel any feedback into your right knee, flag me over, along your back. Not too sure, slide on your back, figure 4 position on your back. like you would in your half chair, same idea, but lying down. You keep drawing your right hip back continuously. Flex your point your right foot to protect your ligaments and your front knee. Allow your head to be heavy. If your head is just hanging, you can stack your fists, but allow your head to rest heavily on fist, block, or your mat to soften into your spine. And bring a little bit more depth again into your breath if you lost the connection to your breath. If you feel like you're getting a little too at ease into your space, it's a really big if. You can walk your elbows a little bit more forward and melt your heart a little bit more downwards. Peel a layer if that feels optimal to you. Take a few more deep breaths. Where can you bring a bit more softness? Is it your jaw, your facial muscles or shoulders that are gripping or tightening up? On your next inhale, sleeping pigeon pose. Replace your hands below your shoulders. And as you exhale, lift your torso halfway up. Slowly back to down dog. If you're on your back, stay as you are. Place both feet down, windshield wipers your knees sideways. If you're in a dog pose, you can lift your right leg up to the sky and draw some circle with your right foot, or take any movement that feels right to you. Release your right hip. Set your right foot back to the earth if not already so. And then sweep your left leg up. Ensure your knees are a little bit wider than your left wrist. Your shin bone can be in a diagonal or more or less parallel to the front for a bit more sensation. And have a little quick glance over your right shoulder. Square your hips. Maintain this action of hugging your inner thighs. Flex your point your foot. Maintain that action as well. Then hinge forward slowly. And as soon as you feel tension, pause. Notice if your mind is trying to push. And that's a good teacher. Because synchronistic moments will happen when we flow with the universe instead of insisting the universe flows with us. So notice if your mind is pushing into the depth. Have this dialogue flow with your body. There's nowhere to go, but to stay soft and receptive. It's in this softness that can create space. It's in this space, if it becomes too spacious, you can refine the depth by walking your elbows a bit more forward and melting your heart a little bit more. It's always an invitation. A few more breaths. At your own pace, always slow and easy, gradually back towards your counter pose, but do take your time to get there. You can be the last one to get there. A bit of movement to release both of your hips equally. Make your way towards your seat, whether you float through or place your knees down and sit on the hip legs forward. Take a long-legged butterfly pose. Toes and heels unite. Look in between your legs. You have a little square diamond shape. You can rest your hands anywhere you want to, onto your knees, shin bones, or ankles. Lengthen your crown to the sky. Inhale, draw your low belly in. Exhale, hinge at your waist. Once you feel sensation, pause. Now to get comfortable, you can place your elbows on your knees or inner calves. You can support your chin with your hands. You can lead from your heart or release your neck and allow your head to dip down. But again, it's always slowly and without straining your neck or straining your low back. Once you feel resistance, pause. Without letting your mind push further in, which only creates more resistance. Allow this last forward fold to cool you down. A few more deep breaths. If your back is rounded, lift your chin. Use your hands. Walk your hands back to your side body to bring your torso upright. Make your way towards any seat that feels right to you. You can definitely sit onto a prop if you're more comfortable. Feel free to shift your weight forward and back, sideways. Once at ease into your seat, rest your hands onto your knees or thighs. And close your eyes. As you gaze within, feel Mother Earth below you. Allow your feet, your ankles, your sitting bones to root down towards her, your ground. Your spine will naturally elongate. Allow your crown to reach upwards towards Grandfather Sky. And lean back slightly. Shoulders over your hips. And lift your shoulder blades up and down your back for good measure to soften into your seat. And keep honoring this truest definition of the word yoga by bring your attention into your heart, the seat of your soul. It's so easy to forget and disconnect. And to let source move through you as you. And when you do so, you tap into this field of limitless possibilities that whatever you think and feel, the world will reflect back to you. But you have to stay open and receptive to the signs. Even the Dalai Lama talks about synchronicity, and he says, I am open to the guidance of synchronicity, but do not let any expectations hinder my path. Just trust the process. Allow the unfolding to happen organically. Know what you want on a deep soul level, but stay open. And let source energy figure out the details. Take a few more breaths. Next inhale, slowly open your eyes. Recline onto your back. Feet forward towards me. Extend left leg fully straight. Bend your right knee. Position your right arm into a T or cactus shape. Have your hand or elbow in line with your shoulder. Cross your left hand on the outside of your bent right knee. Try to slide your hips a little bit towards your right and let gravity pull your knee over to your left. Look over your right shoulder up to the sky if it strains your neck. It should feel quite nice, even here. Be receptive to the very end. It should feel quite nice into your low back. Take a breath in. Exhale, untwist, back to center. Extend your right leg to straight, bend your left knee. So same thing in reverse, but important to allow your hips to slide a little sideways to your left this time. Once you feel the opening, releasing into your low back as you bring your right knee or left knee to your right, pause. Breathe in. Back towards center. Breathe out. Realign both of your hips into the middle of your mat. Fold your knees into your chest, hands above your knees. It's a gentle squeeze. Pull in, forehead to knees. Inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Place your arms and legs by your side. They can be wide or narrow. The eyelids get really comfortable so you can let your body fully relax and rest. Walk your shoulder blades up and down your back. Soften every muscle groups into your body. And for good measure, inhale through your nose. One more time, exhale out of your mouth. The work is done. Let everything go. Find complete rest, complete relaxation. depth back into your breath. So gently ease your way back inside your physical body. Wiggle your extremities, your fingertips, your toes. You can stay at ease as you are or reach your arms up overhead. Stretch your hands away from your feet. Feel free to roll out your wrists and ankles. Retract one knee into your chest, then the other one. Roll on to your right hand side, fetal position. A few deep neutralizing breaths. With the help of your hands, make your way towards your seat. Move slowly. Get at ease into your space. And once you are, rest your hands onto your knees, your thighs, close your eyes. Reset your firm seat one more time, sitting bones root. Allow your crown to lift. Lean back, soften your shoulders. And fold your hands to heart center, prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. The universe is constantly whispering to you. In every moment you're surrounded by signs, coincidences, and synchronicities, all aimed to propel you into the direction of your destiny. Stay receptive to receive this feedback and trust the process of this unfolding. Trust me. I know what I'm doing, says the universe. And clearing breath to Om, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to Om. Bow head into your heart. The light within bows, light within all of you. Thank you so much for coming. Namaste.